Hi guys, it's Jasmine 22 here, and this reading is for the Sagittariuses out there for December 16th through the 23rd. I just would like to say thank you guys so much for all your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. If you would like a one question email reading from me, I will have all the details in the description box below. But not only that, please keep in mind that these are general readings and not everything may resonate. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Sagittarius this week. We have the Nine of Pentacles here, and we have the Three of Swords reversed. Now, with what I see here, Sagittarius, you guys are loving and appreciating yourselves. You guys are healing. I say this because I'm a Sagittarius too. And nothing feels better. There's a few things that feel better, but one of the things to me that feels amazing is when you find yourself after a period of pain. When you're able to look at yourself in the mirror and smile. When you're able to recognize yourself after a time when you didn't even know who you were. When you went through so much, but now you come out on the other side of that, Sagittarius, as the Nine of Pentacles. You're knowing your worth. You're standing your ground. You're not dealing with people who don't take responsibility. That is another thing. You are done with being around people who are not self-aware because you hold yourself accountable for your actions. So you are carrying that energy forward with people. You're not just letting people throw pity parties for themselves and feeling sorry for people who put themselves in their own predicaments because you took your pain and you made it into a gain with the Nine of Pentacles here. And you're not going to settle anymore. That's what pain has taught you. As you look through all your heartbreaks is where you settled, where you bended for people when you know you shouldn't have bended for. But now you have learned your lessons and you're able to go forward with this abundance, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. That's beautiful. There we go. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. With the Knight of Pentacles, what seems to me is going forward, you're really focusing on taking your time. You're not just believing what people are saying to you, Sag. You're in a place where you have to see practical action every day. Something. How are you bettering yourself? What are you doing? Because that's what you're always doing, so there could be someone who is slowly but surely making their way to you, but you're too really busy focusing on yourself and your healing that you may not even realize that this person is coming towards you with this Knight of Pentacles energy as well. And I feel like if this person, has caused pain to you, I'm going to say this. One thing I realized was when I worked through forgiveness of people, that's when the person physically came to me for forgiveness, if that makes sense. Anytime I was still bitter or angry, I never did get that apology. That taught me a powerful lesson that is not so much about the apology I was looking for. It was the validation I was seeking from that person. But I had to learn to validate myself. And maybe you guys relate. Maybe you guys couldn't get over things until somebody said they were sorry. Or they gave some type of acknowledgement. But that's why a lot of people also are bitter to this day. Because they waited. Because some people will never ever apologize. So, through that, you may experience that once you forgive, not for them, for you, for your peace of mind, for your sanity, for you. that you may actually be surprised that somebody that you felt wronged by will come to you and apologize. And you're like, wow, I kind of healed through this already, and it becomes a plus. You know, it's so empowering when you heal on your own, when you don't leave your healing into somebody else's hands, because that means you will never be healed if you leave it in somebody else's hands. That's just what it is. So I feel like you have took control over your life, and you're not letting situations with other people continue to damage you or cause you to feel like you're not good enough anymore. And we have the King of Cups. You guys have really also worked on your emotional maturity, how you respond to things. Because as fire signs, people can siphon a lot of energy out of us because we are so passionate. That's one of our best traits, but also our downfall at the same time, especially towards people who can be manipulative, because we will give our energy, our passion, our fire, and they would just absorb all that energy. So now you're just in a place where if I don't really have to respond, if it's really not like a threat to me, I'm not. I'm being King of Cups. And I feel this reading so much because I used to get my feelings about everything. I used to just be not going off, but like feeling a certain type of way. And I got in a place where I was like, I'm done with that. It's time for me to get my emotional maturity together, to not give people that power over me. So that's why I react the way I do. I don't really say much because I know my energy is power. And if I give so much of that to you, that's me giving my power away. Maybe you also guys can relate to that. But I'm going to go into the clarifiers here. Let's see why this Three of Swords is reversed. We have the High Priestess. We have the Fool, and we have the Ten of Rods reversed. What I see here, High Priestess kicking in. Our souls is telling us, Sag, it's time to move on. It's time to trust what our intuition is telling us. It's time to really believe in our strengths and our powers, to not let the world burden us anymore, to keep being who we are, and to be around people who deserve us. Not people we care about. We have to start looking at the realities of the situation. Does this person step up for you when you need them? Do these people truly have your best interest in mind? Because your higher self is always going to let you know. Because your higher self is like, it's a new beginning here, the Fool. It's time to go in with that optimistic mindset, because Sagittarius kind of been going through a lot. I don't know about y'all, but I would say really when he went into Sagittarius, it's kind of lightening up a bit now because, you know, he came home. But Sagittarius has had to really buckle down and really to be more practical, to really be more logical, to really not let our optimism of things be our downfall where we became the Fool. Because I feel like us as Sagittarius, we know moments like that where we went in solely like the Fool and ended up looking like a fool. But now we have matured and we are letting those things of the past go. They don't serve us anymore. They happened. We deserve happiness, abundance. We are in a place where we're tired of letting what things happen in the past that we can no longer control. You can't go back in time. The only thing you could do is move forward. And that's what your higher self is saying. Drop the baggage, Sag. The people that hurt you, drop that. That anger you feel, drop that. Because don't let that dim who you are. Because the right people are going to recognize that. So let's see why the Knight of Pentacles is here. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Five of Rods. We have the Six of Swords. And do another clarifier here. And we have the Ace of Cups. So in the meantime, while you're working through all this, Sagittarius, like I said, you do have someone that is moving towards you. They are ready to end the conflict that was between you guys. Anything that really got in the way, other people, because this could have been other people for some Sagittarius. It could have been other outside influences that also hindered your connection with this person. And they are on the way to slowly but surely work out things in their life with the Ten of Swords here. And they also had to put an end to their old selves. You see this man right here, he's dead in the ground. And the only thing to do is to be reborn from that point. So I feel like they're on their way to end anything that can be a hindrance, because they're moving towards their Ace of Cups, which is you. So this person has been looking at you, Sag, on how you have moved through life. And it seems like you don't skip a beat. And as a Sagittarius, I say this, people have told me this. Like how do you go through these painful situations and come out like that? Like, that's scary to them. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's just regular. Like, you know what I mean? As a Sagittarius, be like, that's what we do. I mean, to us, it seems so easy, that what we do effortlessly. But a lot of people struggle to do what we do. Because we have the thing that kept the Sagittarius grounded is faith. They got faith in something. They got faith in themselves. They got faith in the universe. They got faith. Whatever faith they have is what gets them through. That's the faith into the unknown, because there's no other way. I say for me too, I got through situations. So we teach people how to have faith, how you can overcome whatever that is in your life. And by you doing what you're doing, this person's watching you. They seeing your growth. They're seeing your Nine of Pentacles. They know what you've been through. And look at you now. That's inspiring. I would be inspired, like, wow, like, here I am, feeling all bitter about my life. And this Sagittarius is over here, done moved on, then, because Sagittarius don't have time for that. You know what I mean? The world is so much bigger. There's dreams to get. When a Sagittarius aim, there's nothing that they can't get. It just takes the consistency and, having a plan. But for the most part, they will end up getting what they want, period. And this person is seeing you because you're that Ace of Cups. Who wouldn't want to be with a person that's inspiring like that? That causes you to look at your life and stop feeling sorry for yourself and make the changes necessary, just as I have. So let's see why the King of Cups is here. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords. So with what I see here... Wait, let me do another clarifier. Why is the Knight of Swords here? We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this person views you as the Page of Pentacles. The King of Cups. And they want to give an offer to you. But we always have this Eight of Swords here. At some point, I feel like. It's always like a block at some point. Either the conflict is, and then they get to that point, then it's the Eight of Swords. Because they view you as the King of Cups, as they don't know how to read you now. They don't know what angle to come at. What you thinking, what you feeling. Because you leveled up in yourself so much. You don't respond to things how you used to respond. You don't think how you used to think. So it's like this person feels like they're getting to know somebody else all over again. But that's good. Because that shows how bad do you want it. What you willing to invest. Because the Sagittarius has no problem with investments. We really don't. We always let people know we care about them. You always know when you love by a Sagittarius, because you'll definitely know when you're not loved by a Sagittarius. But this person in their mind is going to fight past that, because why? They want to fight for this Ten of Pentacles with you. The Knight of Swords is any conflict that comes their way, even though they're in their head, they still going to give this offer though. I like that. Fight for what you want, because what you want, what's easy is not worth having. things that's worth fighting for is worth having, where you got to put in hard work, dedication, you get setbacks, you get delays, all that. Because why? It makes you appreciate something, because you had to work so hard for it. And a lot of times as Sagittarius, we give our love so freely to people who didn't really put in the work to get it. We just gave it because we love them, but we never really take a second to see, do they truly love us? So Sagittarius, I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I catch you guys next week.